Welcome. This is the Detail Did It podcast, broadcasting live from the Barber Cave. Did you catch that? I didn't hear myself in the headphones, so I'm going to say it one more time. Welcome to the Barber Cave. This is the Detail Did It podcast, and I'm slightly solo tonight, but you never know what might happen in the Barber Cave. It's March 31st. It's a couple minutes after 6. We are starting on time tonight, CPT a little bit. But we're trying to definitely make sure, we're not trying, we're doing it. We're making sure we bring y'all good energy, a good picture, good quality sound, and all that good stuff. So if you can't hear me, if there's any echoes or anything like that, let us know. But while you're waiting, please start a watch party, because tonight we got a sick lineup for y'all. It's our first official Wednesday night lineup, and it starts with my show, and then of course, and I'll have guests and things of that nature. And sometimes I'll just do this shit by myself, like I'm doing right now. And then we have Numbers Don't. And get ready to give me that applause, please, Big Dave, because on Numbers Don't Lie, sports podcast about life and everything you need to know to survive in this world, has their 100th show. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. And shout out to the host, Calvin Jackson, aka Cal Chat, my partner. And we have a super duper special guest, the homie, Big Rudy. And it's going to be some of the livest shit that you've ever seen when it comes to sports. You know what I'm saying? In a different kind of way, with a different kind of vibe. And I'm excited to bring that to y'all tonight here in about an hour. And followed by that show, which y'all all been waiting for, of course. We've been taking a little hiatus because we've been getting everything in play. But we have Free Game, Free Word, and podcast, and it's going to be hosted, of course, by Triple B. You know what I'm saying? Big dog Trip, freestyle king of the San Antonio. Put something on it. And Eve, we got our own in-house DJ as well. You know what I'm saying? And so that boy Stern. So it's gonna be a very super duper dope lineup tonight in the studio. I want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's making this happen in like real time, real through action. Is my boy Calvin Jackson, who's in the studio with me right now, Triple B, and of course 4K Dave, who's always behind the scenes making things happen, making us look and sound as dope as we do. And so with that being said, I want to go ahead and get into a little bit of what my podcast is about tonight. And it's just a little something that has been on my mind and what I want to get down to. And now I want to talk about friends and how and I have something, and what I have written down here is, if you can't use the people around you, then why are you around them? And when I say the word use, it's not in a negative light. You know what I'm saying? If you can't learn nothing from them, why are you around them? Especially if you want to go somewhere that you're not, And so I just want to, kind of highlight these things while we're into this new year, facing all these new things that we having to face that we've never had to face before. And it's like, you are a product of your environment, and you're only going to go as far as what your environment looks like. If the furthest person in your environment is behind you, well, you're probably not going to get that far. And so just moving along, I just got a couple of points I'm trying to hit, and then we're going to go into the break and get ready for this new show, because I want this to be super duper official. You see, follow us on, read right here. Am I doing that right? Over here. Yeah, right here. Check us out. Follow, like, subscribe, the whole nine. We're streaming on multiple platforms, at least the two that matter right now. And that's Facebook, of course, to all of our ride or dies that's been rocking with us. We are on Facebook Live because we are essentially going to be moving over to YouTube and on our own domain and all that good stuff. So we're also streaming live right now on YouTube as well. And so for those, because everybody don't have Facebook. But anyway, that's where we at with it. Dave got me looking great. Um, Again, don't, make sure that you're aware that you cheat yourself out of your dreams when you hang around with people who can't help you attain those dreams. That's really kind of disrespectful to yourself. You know what I mean? So if you got dreams of being a therapist, or dreams of being, I don't know, a barber, but you don't have any barber friends, you don't have any, you're not following the barber, you don't even own a pair of clippers, then you really just talking. You know what I'm saying? And you in the way. And so get out your own way and focus on what you need to focus on to attain the things that you want to attain. And that starts with your circle. All right, so let me see what else. And the segue into the thing about friends is I have here, true friends hold you accountable. Stop bringing friends with you who ain't with you. I'm gonna let that marinate. True friends are gonna hold you accountable. Just for example, the other day, me and my friend Calvin were in the studio and we had a disagreement, and we are big on holding each other accountable. And it's not a thing about who's bigger or who's right or who's wrong necessarily. It's about, as a man, this is how I feel, and in certain times we need to bring things to the table, especially if we disagree, so that we can like learn from it, grow from it, and keep it moving. And so I'm blessed and grateful to keep men around me that's gonna hold me accountable and call me on my shit, and vice versa. And if anybody in my clique knows that I'm the friend that's gonna tell you what the truth is, even if you don't want to hear it, even if it ain't right, even if I'm not even doing that shit myself, I'm gonna tell you what is right. Here, you know what I'm saying? And they don't like that sometimes, but that's me. Don't come to me because you already knew. Because most of the time I'm gonna start my answer with you already know. But here it is again. Also have with me, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow them to get away with. Meaning, if you let somebody continue to step on you, they're gonna continue to step on you. Ladies, if you're in a relationship with a dude that continues to manipulate you or use you for your money, or even worse, hit you, and you let that shit slide, like, you're telling him that's I'm okay with that. And that's in anything. That's in business. You let somebody slide on you, they're gonna continue. Barbers, if you don't put the pressure on your clientele to pay what you worth, that's on you. You know what I mean? So nobody's going to believe you unless you believe you. Period. Let me see here. Let me see. And then, oh yeah. And if you don't have goals, you kind of going backwards. It's so imperative to always have goals, short term, long term, midterm, whatever you want to call it. Always be shooting towards something, especially if you're by yourself. You know what I mean? And if you have a significant other or a spouse, it's so imperative that you and your spouse always shoot for some sort of goals. Always be working towards something, and always have something that you're working on the side. Like if you got a career, make sure as a man, especially, you always dabbling in something else, such as everybody in here. We all got our own careers, but we dabbled in this. And then look where the dabbling came, grew into. And so, with that being said, well, how much time we got, Dave? Okay, we're doing good on time. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna keep it rocking. Another thing. All right. So my man said keep spitting knowledge. Okay, so one thing I know, one thing for certain, two things for sure. That's a saying that we do in Louisiana. I don't know if anybody else says that. But my partners would always say, man, one thing for sure, two things for certain. We don't make time for the things we want. I, a superior man is not going to let nothing stand in the way of his mission. A lot of guys try to use their family as their excuse, but we all know within our deepest part of our soul, when it's something we want, we going to go get it, no matter what nobody say. And so you got to use that same energy when it comes to attacking your goals, when it comes to being who you want to be, who you are called to be, that thing inside of you. Stop talking about it, thinking about it, and do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's the saying goes, history repeats itself, but opportunities don't. And so if you're not handling your business, them opportunities, they come all the time. I tell my partners all the time, opportunities come every day, but you just not in position because you've been bullshitting. And if this pandemic has taught anybody anything, like you either learn that, hey, I'm glad I didn't bullshit and I did certain things and put certain things into play, not knowing that this would happen, and now I'm okay. And then you got people on the other side of the fence. It's like, damn, shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I would have did this, if I would have did that, if I would have started that t-shirt company I wanted to, like, 8 months before this happened, boom, that would have been a perfect hustle right now. You know what I'm saying? But now we catching up. Now, whatever the case may be, or you was planning to open a business or start some shit, or even propose to somebody, but you bullshitted. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's like the only thing we got in life is now, and you always got to be taking care of yourself in the now, so that if you do that, when later get here, shit, everything will be in place. And when the opportunity comes, you'll be ready. Famous quote from my boy Lance. He used to always say this, and it's always, my kids know it, everybody I know says this. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And that speaks straight to those opportunities that come. If you ready, boom. You wonder why people take off sometime. You be like, man, he just came out of nowhere. No, he was ready. When the opportunity came, he was ready. You've been doing it longer, but you've been bullshitting. That nigga shit was ready. Taliban was ready. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, how much time we got, man? Because I can keep it going, man. I mean, like, if you guys didn't chime into where we were, me and with my boy Christopher Ramsey did last Sunday, man, that podcast had my mama call me up and was like, we need so much more of that. You know what I'm saying? And so, but you just got to understand, you only going to get the things that you actually tuned into. One thing that one must understand is that whatever you're tuned into is what you're going to turn into. I'm going to say that again. Whatever you are tuned into, whatever your mind, body, soul puts the most energy into, whether that be fear, uh, or love, or your career, or whatever. If you don't know what it is, look at where you're at, and that's the sum of this statement. You can never gain what you are not. You can only attract what you are. So if you got hate in your spirit, expect to continue to get negative things coming into your life, because it's levels to everything. And when I say levels, it's levels to vibrations, it's levels to living, it's levels to attaining and manifesting the things that you want. You know what I mean? And so, like, if you're a person that wants to do something, but as soon as you say that to the universe, hey, I want to be a podcast host, the very next thought is, I probably won't ever be a podcast host. That's what you're tuned into. So make sure that you're always tuning into the things that you really want, because at the end of the day, you're only going to continue to manifest the things that you really don't want, because that's really what you're putting your energy into. So make sure from within you coming from a place of love, especially when you say things about yourself. When you say, hey, I am, make sure you ain't saying I'm stupid or I'm this, or make sure you're not saying nothing that goes against who you see yourself in your highest form of seeing yourself. Always speak to that as much as possible. Easier said, done. Takes practice, because we're taught to be negative. We're taught to talk down on ourselves. We're taught to not see yourself as a king or as a higher being or something, more. And we are definitely more than meets the eye. And so that's just going out to my brothers. Let me see what else I got here. My man says I got more time. I was, you know, because in a second I'm gonna bring in my homies real quick so that we can talk about the direction of the show. But since I got us on some thoughtful things right now, um, oh, here's a good one right here. Also, I have right here written. Excuse me, I'm tripping over my words, but it says, "Be aware of the victim mindset." Mm. Be aware of the victim mindset. Because again, what did I just say? I just said you only can attract what you are. So if you see yourself or feel yourself as a victim, you're only gonna get you're only gonna be victimized because that is what you're putting out to the universe. That's why it's so important to learn to forgive and knowing that that forgiveness is not for the person that you've forgiven or situation, it's for yourself so that you can be released of that. So when that thing comes up, it doesn't bother you or put you back into a low vibration because everything is vibrations. Like I said earlier, it's levels to stuff. You know, let me see, let me see, let me see. Yep, I already said that. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And this is a good question right here. You know, no, I ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna do that today. No. I just want to end it on something real, something simple before I bring you guys on. Oh yeah, yeah, this is a good one. You gotta be you in order to quantify your art. Mm. Author unknown. I don't know if I heard that somewhere or something in passing because I'm really good at just like, ooh, let me jot that down. But I said I gotta be me so that I can quantify my art. The only way you're gonna be able to really be who you truly are is to actually be who you truly are. It's only one you, so there's no copies, not even in twins. They still different, and so you got to be all the way you. And there's only one you, so the more you become that, the more you tap into that, the more you can evolve into what you see yourself as being in your highest form of that. So with that being said, speaking of being higher and being all this, I want to bring on the homie Calvin and Triple B. Yeah, or just Calvin for now. No, or y'all just gonna talk from beyond? Okay, all right. Well, yeah. Okay, all right. You got a mic? Hold on. Hold up, man. You got a mic? We need a microphone. Nah, because these guys are doing some big things, and I'm just very happy to see, like, after all the years of trying to put this thing together and stick with it, you know what I mean? That I got some brothers with me that, and not to say everyone that came before this wasn't, didn't do their thing, but it's a difference. It's a difference in doing your thing and then putting your money where your mouth is at. You know what I'm saying? And putting your energy in, not just here, not saying he's here for show, but just here for the fun of it. You know what I mean? It's different when people are putting their time off the camera and hours and meetings and taking time away from their family and just really investing into something. Yeah, that really speaks truth to power for me. You know what I mean? And it's powerful. And I feel whenever I'm with these guys, it's like Voltron. I can't lose. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and it's a lot of people like that on the squad that are just may just speak into my life, such as my mom and Rams Grab. But we got Jack. He's doing wardrobe change. You know what I'm saying? With the new clothing line, popping play at me. You know what I'm saying? It came back into play. Yeah, I ain't even got a chair for you, man. I'm good, bro. I'm excited. All right. Well, yeah, man. So you got the microphone. What is this, velvet? Yeah, I'm on that velvet, man. You know what I'm saying? I just switch it up after for the pandemic. Word. But what's going on with you, man? Talk to me, man. We got this show 100. Man, finna hit the scene here in a minute because I don't even want to stay on long. I want to make sure that the show 100
I appreciate
is going to be all the way 100.
It was crazy because I talk about it and we say it, but it didn't hit me till like 2 days ago. My Facebook made me replay me and Cooley from 2 years ago.
I've seen that.
That's when we had the Game of Thrones room,
yeah,
bro.
I had just built that joint out.
So I was like, wow, that was 2 years ago. It's 52 weeks in a year. And it's just been a thrill ride, a journey. And I appreciate you for real, because as a rec therapist, it really turns into my coping skill. I had to move past a lot. I had to learn a lot. I started reading more. I had to do here we go. I had to do more investigation, finding out what's more important in my life. So yeah, it was dope. And yeah, this past year was dope because we evolved. We got an excellent team. I think your commentary, like everybody's different. Your commentary, your interviews have been awesome. Like, I appreciate for real, because like that Benny was real, of course, because that's like San Antonio, history. We had Miss Kyle on, Savon, R.I.P. Savon. That was real. Ram is a genius. Like, people think I'm smart, and I am. I'm shit all right, but Ram is like, he's Yoda to my Luke.
Yeah,
you know
he's
what I'm saying?
the Yoda, man.
Yeah, so that was definitely dope. Yeah, I'm Luke, though. I'm Lukey. But no, I just love what you do. And then, like I said, I should be in Bristol, Connecticut, if I was an East Coast kid, but I'm not. I went to Sam Houston State for a little bit. I walked past the Dan Rather School of Broadcasting for years, but I wanted to be a coach and a businessman because of, player made in sports. But this is a full circle moment. And then Brad is like icing on the cake, because it's definitely a situation where I love music and inspires. And I've been representing the Say in Houston for years, like as in, we tight too. Look how I dress. I got more J's than y'all. I got more screw tapes than y'all. I got my own clothes and I ain't from here. Our rappers are tight too. Look, I got proof. Cousins and, 78 and, like I said, 15-5. Like, I had proof. But for this boy to just, like put it on another level where people can really see it, learn, get knowledge, got a real DJ freestyle session. I mean, if you from Texas, period, I mean, if you from Texas, period, no matter what your situation is, if it's Screw or Swisher House or Beltway 8 or, whoever, Dirty Third in Huntsville, I seen a lot of groups do the same situation where you had to come down SUC style, their original, that's butter crust, that's butter crust compared to Hill Country Fair. DJ Screw, the originator, gotta be butter crust if you're gonna get bread. But let's be honest, everybody got the Kiki flow or the Fat Pat flow, and it evolved to Flip, and all these boys screwed up. Zero, Poyo, like these boys originated on that freestyle. So for this boy to be like, okay, San Antonio tight too, and like we ain't had nobody whack on here.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody, like, you know what I'm saying? And then, he definitely bringing his expertise to the table, flowing and business, and I just love our situation. And then Dave, shit, I can. Y'all don't understand. Hey, like HBO. Hey, bro, right, Dave is a situation where I'm gonna be honest. This is why you really need to come through and like really chop it up with Lamar, Detail, Derek, on trying to finding a spot in here, because I'm looking at a camera, might be like $700. I see lights, and this boy on the computer like a wizard. Like, literally, like it's a situation where he explains it like ABC, Calvin +1 = 2. And then you just do this, easily. But it's not that. It's not that. So for this boy to make it look very simple, I appreciate
$40,000 worth of stuff.
Dog. But his brains makes it together. So 4K Dave is a genius. We're gonna be on 5K next year.
I gotta say, this Triple B, man. Look at this.
Trip, I look good too. Got
that
the cut.
Crazy, bro. That's crazy. And that's all manifested. That's all the stuff we talk about as a team together. Tonight's gonna be monumental for us, fellas.
Yes, it is.
I hope y'all ready. It's already starting. Y'all look great.
No, it was real, bro. Like, for real.
Let's
like,
get it, man.
And I thought about it, Lamar, and I want to tell you this. I was gonna say it on my show, but I'm glad we're doing this now so I can definitely maximize my hour. Look at me. You my bro, man.
Hey, man.
And it was a situation where, sorry, Dave, scoot over right here?
Okay, yeah, get from behind it.
It was a situation where
logo, man.
I was going through my thing. He was going through his thing. Meanwhile, we still got to be bosses and, do this for our family and all this shit. And literally my bro will be like, Jack, here are the keys. And we talking about the best barbershop in the Say at one point. Like, like 7-8 chairs, salon, girls in the back doing nails. We got patio for barbecues and cookouts. We got Chinese food being delivered. So for this boy to be like, here go my keys to my establishment I paid over probably 20 G's for, and you can bring you and your friends in here to do your podcast. I know you need this shit. And to be like 2 years in, 100 episodes, I appreciate you. Like, you might
100 episodes, that's big.
Yeah, bro. Man. Shit, I'm working on almost 150. So
yeah, you got lapped. Yeah, you told me.
Now, you know what's crazy though? I'm on. Tonight's number 10.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. Look. That's
already. I love it.
Did you ever get a count, Dave? No. All right. I was hoping he was going to be like 140.
Yeah. Get closer.
You're going to lie to me.
Yeah, get closer. So yeah, I appreciate everything because it's blessings and lessons, and we reckon it like it's about getting better and becoming better men and all that. So we doing it. Like it ain't about just talking about it. Everything you said tonight, hopefully it helps somebody else manifest something and believe and all that.
It's real spit, man. Because like I ain't gonna front. I get burnt out on things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
But I know it's imperative that you stick things the fuck out.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. It's hard to do that, bro. I always imagine that little meme where you see the dude that was like digging, he dug deep and then he quit.
Yeah.
And somebody else came and did like 3 little digs and was like, look at this.
God bless me. Yeah, it didn't work for nothing. Yeah.
And so I'm always feeling like I'm right there. You know what I mean? And so, and now to like finally like be in a space where I feel like I'm actually surrounded with like-minded brothers. Like I've always been surrounded by that, but this time I was like, God, because I took 6 months off. It was March, and then I came back in December. I told myself, I said, listen, I'm taking a 6 month hiatus. I'm get my mind right. We was going through, and came back in December, bro. And I didn't know how it was gonna happen, but it happened the right way. And then I was like, okay, it's go time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And it worked out.
It's working out.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna let Trip get on this camera, talk about this show, man. I've been here. I gotta get my mind right, I got the tablet, gotta stay organized, but I definitely want my bro to explain what's going on, what's his agenda, what's the plan, and for real, y'all be down with it like you down with me. You feel me?
All right, man. Appreciate that, Jack.
Already.
My dude.
Jack. Brother.
Look, hey, y'all get ready for some of these Player Made interviews. I was just talking to my boy Keezy tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Keezy's like, there's a couple ways we can do this, because he was hitting me with stuff of the evolution of the clique that I didn't know nothing about. Like Dave's mom paying for the cameo where bro. So I don't even want to go there. But he was like, we need to do it as
the money because we were too young to take money.
Bro,
so Man's daddy took all money for us, bro, because we was 15, 16.
Man, even Satterwhite can speak on these
things. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because at that time, you couldn't be 15 with a job at HEB or some shit. Yeah. So how you gonna get money? Clyde.
But yeah,
so Anderson, like that.
No, but I'm saying like we need to have this collective conversation. Because he was like, yo, because boys seen it from different time slots, and he was like explaining to me how when he went off to college and boys had to step up in position, and he came back and boys had to like move around a little bit and things of that nature. He was like, shit has been real. And so,
not to mention the Virginia-Houston connection. That's a whole nother player-made situation when them boys go to Virginia. David at UVA, Charlottesville, Keezy at Hampton. So that we got brothers up there, that was, I'm going to say it, just as loyal as Texas player-made dudes. Yeah, when I got there, they knew my name. They had shirts. They had everything ready. Like they were from I didn't know them.
They knew you.
I was kind of frightened. Like, how you know my name?
That's your brand.
It was love.
Without social media.
Before social media. Ooh.
Before social media.
So, all right. That's my boy Jack. So get ready for this 100 show, man. We it's gonna be live. Triple B in the motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? We got what's the landscaping? Because
Ford Landscaping,
dog.
Businessman.
The best landscaping business in the city, hands down. Hardest working for show. You know what I'm saying?
My hands is bleeding right now from just getting off, just to get over here and do this, because it's what I love. You know what I'm saying? I love to do this. So
and we in here. So what you got for us tonight, man?
I got my boy A&B Easy coming through, right? So all y'all that's tuning in, looking at this right now and watching, this is something major. Like we're documenting our story right now and letting everybody know how we built this thing, right? So that's kind of what I'm doing with the Free Game Free Word podcast. I want to document these rappers, their stories, give them
Let's talk about the direction of the show.
Yeah, because they're not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
What do you see the show in a year from now?
Oh, in a year from now, shit's gonna be huge as hell.
For example, what do you forecast? What are you forecasting for the show? Because a reason I ask is because you always, when you come on the show, when you giving game to artists, one of the principles that you always give them is like, what do you see yourself in 5 years? You know what I'm saying? You're always, you know what I'm saying? You big on that. So, what do you see Free Game, Free Word, the Detail Did It Podcast Network as a whole? Like, what are you?
So this is what I see, and this is what I'm manifesting, putting out there right now in 4K. You know what I'm saying? This is 4K. You know, this thing's gonna be. It's bigger than. So basically, I want to be a motivational speaker. You know what I'm saying?
Follow.
In the next 10 years. I'm about to be 35. So I got 10 years before I want to be a motivational speaker, you know what I'm saying? Because my thing is I want to put people on. I love to look out for people. I think I live for that. It feels good to be able to look out for people. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
And then also me being a rapper, chasing my dreams, doing everything I did, I gave it up because I got screwed over, you know what I'm saying? And nobody took care of me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I'm a businessman. Everything's good for my family. We're taken care of. But I got a legacy.
And the people under you.
Yeah, and the people under me. And so I got a legacy. I got a legacy that I want to hold. And I want to be known in the city as somebody who did his thing. #1 hits on the radio. Associated with Grammys. These are all facts.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I want to be the one to open up doors for other artists, young artists, people that deserve that, people that still stuck with it when I let it go. They still doing it. So I want to document their stories, and hopefully in a year, somebody gets a deal out of San Antonio because they got seen on this show.
What else we got cooking though for our show?
I mean,
the compilation joint.
Oh, the compilation. So yeah, we're doing a compilation album, free game, free word. The Detail Network podcast, you know what I'm saying, presents free game, free word compilation, bro. So every artist that come on here, we're gonna get with some with Dave's guys out there in Austin. Right. We're gonna have a studio, we're gonna house it, and we're gonna get a compilation made in one weekend, man. We're gonna have every artist that came on this show get out there and put a song out, maybe collab together. Hopefully.
Or the best of the best, at least.
Because unity is what I really want to bring to the show. I want other artists, because some people don't know, I don't mess with this artist, I don't mess with this artist, because you don't really know him. So get to know him, get to see him, laugh, smile, because the vibes here is good vibes. You're not going to be tripping. You know what I'm saying? You're going to come in this bitch and be losing. When it's time to freestyle, you're going to.
And that's going to be the name of that. I think that should be the name of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Vibes.
Vibes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, vibes.
So we got that coming. We got merchandise. Like everything. Barber Cave, Detail Did It podcast, free game, numbers don't lie. We're going to do 4K Dave shirts, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
y'all got to get that, man.
We
need it, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's endless whatever you want to do. Yep. Like
Ori 5 Productions, baby.
Yeah.
Put that out there.
So,
Ori 5.
So basically like life, bro. Like you were saying, bro, you got to be prepared. I was prepared to do this, my 10th show, because you invited me in. I always wanted to do it.
Ready.
So I was ready. I was ready.
And let me speak to how ready he was, because it was my show. I was finna do a show, and I just wanted him to help me with it. And he got here, got a cut, and I was just like, he was like, man, I always wanted to do some shit like this.
Hell yeah.
And my spirit was just like, let him do it. Just like in the moment, just right there in the moment, I was like, because I've grown to be obedient.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've grown to be obedient to the spirit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no hate in my heart. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
And God was like, this is what you was praying for. Here it is, what you're going to do. Here's the opportunity. You going to wait? He ready.
I'm ready.
But let's see if he really ready.
Yeah.
Would you want to, well, what's up? You want to do this? You want to like lead this? This be your shit? Now, you know what I'm saying? He's like, let's do it. And so here we are.
And I appreciate you for that.
10th show tonight.
What? Yeah, you know my 10th show tonight, man. It's my 10th show. This is the 10th week I started freestyling again. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody was like, bro, that DJ Sterling, when we was talking after the show, he was like, bro, did you just never stop? And I said, no, I stopped, bro. I ain't rapping a long time. I've been rapping as long as this show been going. But I love it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And I want to say, man, you push me. Like you said earlier, you got brothers. This is like a brotherhood. I love it. Just like how 15-5 was until the shit got crazy. Listen, when we get that bag and that money coming, it ain't gonna change nothing. We grown men, we're not kids, and we handling business. But where I foresee this at, we finna be getting a bag from this. Right now, we're doing it free and we putting in the money. But I also want to put that out there in 4K.
But that's a lesson in the game, though. You gotta invest.
Yeah, you gotta invest. But we're gonna be getting paid from this. And I got my businesses and stuff going, but this eventually is gonna be,
no doubt,
what pays the bills. And life just came back. Music came back around for me in a different form. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I just want to say I appreciate you coming in and like not only just coming in, but you dove in, bro. You dove in like cannonball on these niggas, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's how I do, man.
Yeah, and you making a fucking big splash. I want you to know that. Like the splat niggas got wet.
Yeah.
Pause.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nigga. But nah, man, and it's a pleasure having you on, and it's a pleasure having you part of the team. And you know, and that's just another thing that you got to be aware about when you're trying to build something. Like it don't necessarily go the way you think it's gonna go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the universe says, hey, the universe looks at your end goal. Mm-hmm. The universe don't look at your who, what, where, and how. Right. We just know this is where you're trying to go. Cool. Let me bring this guy in. Mm-hmm. See if he's gonna catch it. Yeah. Let me see if he's gonna catch that opportunity.
And you know what's crazy?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy though, Detail? Because you've done it over and over in your life. Jack's done it over and over in his life. Dave done it. This is the power of what we have. We know it's coming. Don't care when. I don't care when.
Yeah.
I know it's coming.
Because we also know it's here.
And yeah, it's here. You know what I'm saying?
It's here.
Yeah, it's here.
We're just doing doing the work.
We're just doing the work, bro. Making ourselves available, doing it, like you said, making time for what things we want to do, bro. Right. I love doing this. I'm a businessman every day. But this is where I get to be me, get to be free, get to live. That's what life's about. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I know why we work hard. That's why we work hard.
So we can do these things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You take care of the fam. I feel like Dave got something to say. You done grab the mic.
Also, another thing, look for the Detail Did It Network Road Show coming to y'all soon, because since the world is open back up, we're going to play it safe. Yeah. But we're going to be hitting the road to pull up at these shows in Austin, Dallas, Houston. We got people out there. It only makes sense that we network and get out there into these other communities and bring that to the world as well. So look for us on the road soon too.
You heard the man. You heard what he said. And not only are we on the road, like physically, we're going to be on the road virtually too, because now, as you can see with you see the new picture, you see the new add-on, you see the nigga name right here. You know what I mean? That's all, you know, we are constantly upgrading, and that's because the feedback that you guys are giving us, that's because of the love and the support that you guys are giving us, and that's because you guys are chiming in, and because we are always going to be attention to detail, because it's the little things that make things great. You know what I'm saying? And we not hating on nobody. All the little podcasts out there, I hate to say little podcasts, but you know what I mean? Like, listen, we not hating. We like what you're doing, but it can look so much better if you sat right here in this studio and made it happen. You know what I'm saying?
So host your podcast here in the Barber Cave, man. That's what we're saying.
Come host it. We not tripping.
Max, we spreading the love, bro.
We spreading the love. I know it's anti-San Antonio to do this, but we doing some new shit. We got 6 minutes left on the clock before we get ready, and so we got like a minute. Let's give it a minute so we can have a solid 5 minutes to really be ready for Jack and his setup and everything like that, so we can start on time and do the things that we said we're gonna do. Right. As a network.
We want y'all to tune in from 6 to 9. We want y'all to tune in from 6 to 9 on Wednesdays. Give us that time.
Yes. And on
watch
Sundays,
us build this network, man.
And the show that I have with Christopher Ramsey, you know what I'm saying? We still trying to figure out a name for that joint. We got some really throw ones. I just want to call it in Class with Chris. Because, man, you know what I'm saying? But that show right now is looking like it might be Sundays. I'm not sure. We're going to still lock in the time for that. And then I'll also be coming to y'all live by myself at times, just to get y'all updates, keep the seat hot. You know what I mean? While my brothers, you know, gear up and prepare to give y'all the dope shows that they're going to be getting. We're closing down season 2 here soon, and we're in the season. Well, not season 2. Everybody got different seasons. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be season 5, I think. I don't know where I'm at. I don't even know how many podcasts I've done. We're gonna have that to you soon.
5 coming soon.
5 coming soon. But you know me, I ain't never gone. I'm always here. So you can draw a line where you want to. I'm gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But well, yeah. So what else we got left on the agenda? Oh, Black Facts for this month, man. Let's go. To that. Do it in February. Huh? Nah, it's Black. So that's another thing about this for this platform. It's Black History Month every day, every podcast, all the time. Especially nowadays when we're still going through the fact that Black people are it's the first time they're doing this, or the first time they're doing that. They're the first mayor of this, or the
Black
first.
People are the first to do every goddamn.
I know, but I'm just saying, in hindsight, like we should be past that. We should already had a black president 50 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, but it's now we got the first, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But it's okay, but it's not. But now as black people and black men on this platform, we're taking control of our own destiny. We're taking over, we're creating our own media so we can put out the information and the information that you need because they've been lying to us and they owe people. We don't owe nobody but ourselves, and that's where we stand, and that's how
that's the
how we're
best
gonna do
when
it.
you build it, bro.
On the podcast, it says back there on the sign back there. I don't know if you can see it, but it says Detail Did a Podcast. Speak truth to power. That's what this is. This whole entire network is strictly about, at the end of the day, speaking our truth to our power in ways that are entertaining, informative, but at the end of the day, they cause you to take action in your own life for you and yours. You know what I'm saying? If this podcast don't move you to be better, then we're not doing our job, or you just blind. So make sure you stay attuned to who you got in your circle. Make sure you know who you call your friend, and make sure that you're being held accountable by somebody. All right? This is the Detail Did It Podcast Network, broadcasting live from the Barber Cave. Stay tuned for Numbers Don't Lie. Episode 100. Fuck with us. Peace.
Diddy. Numbers don't lie, man. We up.
Yo. Do not leave. It's not over with. You know what I'm saying? Numbers don't lie. Coming on next. It's still, I see it's still people chimed in. I appreciate the heat. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. We are here. We're not going nowhere. We're just taking a little quick commercial break to pay some bills and do what we got to do for the transition. But Numbers Don't Lie podcast is up next, right after that, and we're doing it for an hour straight. So we on time with it. You know what I mean? It's 6:45. We still got a hot, 15 minutes to go. So go get you some popcorn, go roast, go do what you got to do. Go make your little drink, whatever you got to do. Finish them little 5 minutes with the greens, whatever the case may be. Go use the bathroom. Do what you got to do. But be here in 15 minutes. If I need to sit here and keep y'all entertained, I can and I shall. I will. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about me tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about the network and what we have attained. And we have attained the 100th episode from a brother just being committed and consistent. And that is how you get to what you want to be in life. You got to be consistent. You got to show up when you don't feel like it. That's what being a boss is about. You got to do this shit when you don't feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? So 100 episode coming up. fresh cut. Shout out to my barber, G Wiz. You know, Wiz over there at at Turner Head. Shout out to the whole team over there, JB, Jack, Sherm, Brian, the whole nine. And yeah, stay fresh, man. It's important to look good. You look good, you feel good, man. That's some barber game for y'all right there. You know what I'm saying? A man's haircut is like a man's best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? Only reason I'm like moving the way I'm moving right now because I know I'm fresh. And I know 4K got me looking extra loud. I'm on what camera am I? I'm on this one and that. It don't even matter because I know from each month angle, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, wait till I get this money. I'm gonna get my teeth right. I'm gonna be smiling extra hard. Like, man. Shout out to my boy C Ball too. He gave me to connect with the teeth people. You know what I'm saying? You see this? They like mother of pearl right now. I know Dave might have my shit looking a little better, but wait till I got them pearlies. Them pickety pearlies. So yeah, which is some more game, man. Like invest in your teeth, man. Invest in your smile, man. Like that's like the number one thing. I've seen people that when they close their mouth, they might not be the best thing to look at, but they got great teeth and they smile. It's like, oh snap! All right, I see you. I can work, you know. So, but it's everything, man. My mom worked too hard. Us growing up, trying to make sure my teeth was nice. You know what I'm saying? So, but now I'm getting older. And I ain't going front. I have let my shit go a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it's not too bad to where I can't still crack a smile. But I know some people, man, whose teeth are just completely jacked up. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even cool because I seen some of them whose teeth is messed up and their career or what they want to pursue requires them to have a good smile. And I'm like, damn, you can't even get out the door like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see if you was a hand model, but nah, you're what you want to do requires your mouth to move. And you can't open that joint. So, I mean, let's keep things in perspective. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, get your mouth right. Health is wealth. How much time I got, Dave? You good? We can cut it down? All right, man. It's the Barber Cave Live, man. Detail did it, your host and the creator of this whole situation. And now I got Voltron. It's going down. Numbers don't lie. Stay tuned. And right after that, free game, free word. It's a bet. Let's go.